Hey guys, Zach here. I know it's called football. I'm back after about a week, 7 days since my last video, 2 weeks since my last Arsenal video. Obviously, the international break, lots going on there for the US. I made 3 videos on my channel there. If you guys want to look at any of those, feel free to do that. I would be very grateful if you did so. Today, Arsenal 1-0 at Molineux against Wolves. Really, really nerve-wracking game. Didn't start really all that great. I expected more from the start from an Arsenal side that hasn't played in about 2 weeks. Seemed to be lacking a bit of desire. The passing was not so great. Obviously, I'll get into my thoughts on player ratings and how I thought individuals did during the game. I think maybe we were lucky not to concede in the first half, but the goal we did concede, didn't see anything wrong with it. The initial header from Ben White to come over that Jose Sa came out to get. Lacazette won the ball first. In fact, the goalkeeper ran into Lacazette himself. And, if you're a goalkeeper in that situation, you're going to be looking for a foul. There's contact with a player, but, Lacazette won the ball. Then there was contact. And, Gabriel just happened to be there and he tucked it away. There was nothing special about the goal, really, just a bit of desire from the Arsenal boys. And that was the goal that won it and gave us 3 points. And it's so important now to get these 3 points. Of course, next game it's going to be Wolves. Then we do play, it's going to be Brentford, and we play Wolves again after the Brentford game on next Saturday, actually. So lots of time off for Arsenal, which it is a good thing and a bad thing. I mean, you can see both sides where you're not playing. You think about the positives. I mean, there's plenty of time to rest. If a player is injured, perhaps 1 week wouldn't be enough to say get over something small like a knock you picked up from a game or a muscle soreness, something like that. So you have plenty of time to get over that. And I think hopefully with this game coming up against Brentford, we can get an update on Tomiyasu, who was, obviously he's missed every time he's not in the side. I thought Cedric overall did all right today. A couple really good balls whipped in for, a couple dangerous balls whipped in from Cedric today. It wasn't anything fantastic. I mean, of course you prefer Tomiyasu in that position. I'm not sure what exactly is going on with him. Obviously, he wasn't traveling with the team at all, and seemed perhaps, I think Mikel Arteta even said he was a little bit forced against Liverpool all those weeks ago. My God, that was a long time ago, it seems. And really just agitated what he had going on. So, look, 3 points, it's very, very valuable, and lots of people, I mean, again, this is Twitter we're talking about, so you take it with a punch of salt to the face, really, when you're speaking about rival fans and people sort of coming at you, and even Ruben Neves coming out after the game saying, celebrating like that, you can see the level we're at. And look, Wolves is a good side. I mean, of course they are. I mean, if they would have won this game, they would have been 1 point behind us. So it's such a huge result now. We're ahead of Tottenham now. Even if Tottenham win their next game, which is against Southampton, I mean, that's going to be dangerous. Obviously, Southampton. Excuse me, it's not Southampton. Pardon me. That's Man United, who I was going to say above them now. And even if Tottenham do win their next game, it's going to be, we're going to be ahead on goal difference unless they win, 6-7-0 or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what the numbers are, but yeah, surely things are good. And like I said, I digressed a little bit there, but this Ruben Neves, the quote, he said something along the lines of, you can see the level we're at, and they were, when you see a team celebrating like they just won the league. And look, this quote's right out of the book of salty quotes. I mean, I've seen 100 players say this. I've seen people say it on Twitter. Look, it's 3 points. We had 10 men away from home. Look at what it means to the table. Look at what it means to those individual players who, Gabriel, White, Tierney, all the players out there for 90 minutes. Odegaard, Thomas Partey, Granit Xhaka, Aaron Ramsdale, all of these players who were there for 90 minutes battling. I mean, a 1-0 victory away from home from a team like Wolves, who doesn't make very, very many mistakes. They're a very, very organized side under Bruno Lage. They're a fantastic side. They really are, Wolves. They play brilliant football. They have so much talent. I was watching Podence all day today, and I just kept thinking, this is a player who I would love to have at Arsenal. I mean, he's fantastic. He's quick. The way he moves the ball at his feet, whips in crosses. He's a dangerous player. And defensively, we were just so sound. I mean, look back to that Liverpool game at Anfield in the Carabao Cup, the 0-0 draw, down to 10 men yet again, and we were absolutely defensively sound. Everyone cohesive. Everyone knew where to be. Rob Holding's a player I'm going to. I can't wait to talk about Rob Holding. I mean, I'm looking at my screen here. The stuff I have written about Rob Holding. I mean, I don't want to get into it now, but look, the thing is, getting 3 points away from home, we weren't celebrating like we were winning the league. We were celebrating because of that immense performance, that these players put in. And you stay above Spurs, you stay above Man United. You have now 5 points clear of Wolves, who are surely fighting for some form of European football next season, whether it's the Conference League or Europa League. And United wanted us to lose. Spurs wanted us to lose. West Ham terrified. We have 2 games in hand to play against them. So that's what it was about. It was a whole cohesive win. A win on the table, a win against a very good Wolves side, and a win for the players who put their everything out in that game. And so, yeah, it's a fantastic result for us. And I don't have enough praise for the players who were on that pitch, defending that 1-0 victory. It was fantastic. Absolutely brilliant defensively from Arsenal today. And, let's get into the player ratings. I thought the back two, Gabriel and Benjamin White, were brilliant yet again. That partnership is just getting better and better. You look at Aaron Ramsdale now, 11 clean sheets, tied for second most clean sheets in the league. Ederson at City has 13, and Alisson at Liverpool has 11 as well. So it's absolutely fantastic. He deserves that clean sheet today. A couple, Rob Holding with a very good clearance when he came on. Without Rob Holding in that game, of course, Tomiyasu is very good in the air as well. Cedric wasn't in there winning headers. It's not his job, really. But when I saw Saka coming off for Rob Holding, I thought, okay, yeah, it's really, really now down to just being defensively sound and getting balls out of the box, out of the danger area. Excuse me. Rob Holding was fantastic. He was absolutely brilliant at getting the balls away. I'll talk. I keep going back to Rob Holding because I can't praise him enough. But let's just, Gabriel obviously scored the goal. Benjamin White, absolutely sound. And don't get me wrong, he was beat today a couple times. Gabriel had been beaten as well. Tierney, I wish I could remember the Wolves player's name, number 20 for Wolves who came on, so forgive me for not remembering his name. But he had Tierney on toast in those last 15, 20 minutes. Really, really quick on the ball. Tierney was getting turned left and right. Granit Xhaka was back multiple times in the game. Early on, he saved us with that header, and then with the clearance right after the corner. Defensively, I just can't praise these players enough. It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. Cedric, like I said, I thought he was pretty decent. He was good. He was good. Forgive me. Cedric played very, very good today. Just like Tierney, he was spun a couple times. And again, you can't really blame him. These Wolves players, they are so good in attack and so quick. Raul Jimenez, the Podence, Tricao, these are very, very quick, talented players, and we held them off today. We held a clean sheet at Molineux, and it was big. Really impressed by those back four today at Molineux. Granit Xhaka, Thomas Partey. I thought the passing, it was so condensed and so tight, in that, and they really didn't have much room. Despite saying that, Thomas Partey seemed like another one of those games. I wasn't impressed with him today. When he has that space, when he has space to move, and sort of, he's very, very good at that one touch, that burst movement where he can, boom, he opens space. He likes to pass out wide. We know that. He's very, very good on the ball, but I didn't think he was at his best today. Granit Xhaka, Jesus Christ, another yellow for him. Thomas Partey as well both booked in the second half, in the first half, Cedric as well. And I went to the second half just, thinking the worst. But look, it wasn't their best game today, but they did the job they needed to do. Like I said, Granit Xhaka came back a couple times during the game and was very good defensively. Odegaard, another, a bit lackluster today. Couldn't find that space, really. It was just so tight, and I'm not here to attack any of these midfield players. It was just so condensed in that, and you have to say Bruno Lage loves to set his team up that way and really just press in the midfield. Odegaard couldn't do much today. Bukayo Saka, I mean, this kid is just fantastic. That build-up where Lacazette really just hit the ball at Jose Sa, I thought if that had gone in, it would have been one of the team goals of the season. I think it's hard to disagree with that. I think the way Saka was moving at that first nutmeg, and just the players would just look terrified of him. The way he runs at players, fantastic. I mean, the sooner we get him tied down to a long-term contract, I mean, give the kid, whatever he wants. He's a very, very reasonable young man, super, super talented. Chose Arsenal, had options, could have went to Chelsea, could have went to Tottenham. I mean, obviously, the kid's got a brain. Obviously, he's not going to Spurs, but surely Chelsea could have been tempting. But he's an Arsenal boy. His family are Arsenal fans, and we are so freaking lucky to have him at this club. So yeah, like I said, the sooner he's tied down to a long-term contract here at Arsenal, the better for everyone. And Lacazette, yeah, I memean, should have made it 2-0 really when he went through. Another really good ball from Gabriel, the center back. It played a brilliant ball in. I thought maybe he would have chipped him. He could have put it between his legs, which I think would have been a bit of a boneheaded decision. You don't see that, turn out very good in most cases. But decided to try to curl it, and he wasn't miles off, but as soon as he hit it, you could tell it wasn't going in, and thankfully it didn't come back to bite us in the ass. He was talking to Arteta quite a while. The camera stayed on him, and I'm not quite sure what the conversation was about. Could have been, I'm sure Arteta didn't bring him off because he was doing something wrong. I mean, you don't see Lacazette really go 90 minutes. You haven't really seen it very often, so I'm not sure what the conversation was. I would have loved to know what the conversation was about. In fact, I didn't see much here about it. I'm just looking at Football London, this article here. I don't see anything about that, so I would have loved to know what really the conversation was going on there. But yeah, he came off. Eddie Nketiah came on. Didn't do much, lost the ball, tried to dribble into the corner, hit the ball into the... I don't know what he was doing. The fact that he's coming on ahead of Pepe, maybe Pepe's still in Africa. I don't quite know. They have a cardboard cutout on the bench, maybe. I don't know why Nketiah is coming on ahead of Pepe. Even if you played him as a false nine or just said, look, we're going to be defending for the next 15 minutes. Get the ball, run it to defense, take it to the corner. He's obviously a much better dribbler than Eddie Nketiah. It's not even a question. So I don't know why Eddie keeps coming on the pitch. Clearly doesn't want to be at Arsenal anymore, and it brings up questions as to why Pepe can't get any time in this Arsenal team. But yeah, Emile Smith-Rowe came on, a couple decent runs I think from him, especially late on in the second half. Didn't quite have the steam. I thought he was. He was sprinting the whole pitch. Obviously, he's going to be tired after that, but didn't quite have the trickery to beat that last defender. I mean, there was 3 people on him there. That late run that he had could have taken it to the corner, I thought. But look, we got 3 points. You can't really blame anyone. We scored a goal. We kept a clean sheet. So, pardon me. That's what's important. Now, Gabriel Martinelli sent off. Something I have never seen before in my life. I've never seen that. In fact, I had a couple tweets about it going on back and forth with a couple of Arsenal fans today. I have never seen 2 yellow cards given in one play, one cohesive. I'm not sure what to call it. It wasn't even. If you ask me, it should have been given as a foul throw, and he should have asked him to throw it in again. If you want to book him, give him a yellow, because clearly he's trying to stop the play. He's obstructing the play. Give him a yellow for that, surely. But the fact that the second challenge is also a bookable offense, but he's not making that challenge. Clearly, if he's already on a yellow, especially if he just got one. So I don't know why Michael Oliver decided to do that. Second of all, the ball wasn't even in play when that first foul occurred, so it should have been given as a foul throw anyway. And fourth, you gave the advantage. I mean, they were clearly playing on. Martinelli's out of the picture completely, and I can't understand the decision. I don't know. I mean, I have something here. Let me see. This has been going around. It's from the FA website. It says, if the offense was interfering with or stopping a promising attack, the player is not cautioned. I mean, there's a whole paragraph here. I'm sure you've seen it all if you've been on Twitter at all after the game. It is. What is this? What is this? The first should have been a straight red. Okay, this is what you get for being on Twitter. It's all right. I've lost my train of thought now because this guy That's the most mental thing I've ever read. I don't know why, Michael. Like I said, I've never seen that. In fact, I said I've seen the exact opposite of that. If it's a bookable offense, you can go back and give the yellow, but you have to officiate the game better. It seemed like Michael Oliver just he couldn't get a hold of the game. I mean, he booked Gabriel in the 60th minute for waiting to kick the. I mean, is he supposed to give the ball over to the opposing team if he can't find it? I mean, it's ridiculous. This isn't FIFA. You don't just boot it up and hope to have a glitch and win the ball back. So it was shocking, absolutely shocking. There's a quote here from Mikel that I would like to just go over. Let me see. Excuse me. Let me just find it here for a second. Here's the question I was asked. Mikel Arteta was asked, do you feel referees are targeting you as a team because you've had so many red cards? And his response, he said, if you ask me if I'm happy with the decisions we've had this season, I'm not at all. But that's a conversation I will have privately with the officials. We need explanations. We need explanations with what happened in VAR, and I need explanations with what happened today. And we're not going to get an explanation, obviously. Even when he has this conversation with officials, if they even allow it, if the FA will even allow this, I highly doubt we will hear anything about it. I really, really doubt it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the rules are. It's hard for me to watch things like BT Sport, especially on Twitter, and really just get information right away. That seems to be, obviously, it's really popular in the UK. It's hard to just go out and find the exact answer because those rules to me seem a little vague. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a referee. I don't know. I've never seen this. I've never seen this before in my life. So, yeah, it seems just absurd to me to give 2 yellow cards in one play. And, more I'm sure will come out. I wouldn't really be surprised if the red card was rescinded. It was just so strange to see. It was so weird. I saw Mike Oliver lifting the yellow. Like I thought he was waiting for Martinelli to look at him. And then I was thinking in the back of my head, is he trying to give 2 yellows here? Just strange. We'll never get an explanation for it. Even if Mikel has this conversation, I doubt we hear anything. And look, I just want to close here by talking about Rob Holding now. Rob Holding played for 90 minutes, 9 clearances, 6 more. Excuse me. No other player made more than 6. 9 clearances in 19 minutes. No other player made more than 6. 3 out of 3 duels won, an interception, and a shot blocked. I after the game, I thought he's man of the match. I think other people were saying Gabriel. He had the goal, was just sound defensively also. But he came on and caught right up to the play. And a player like Rob Holding, I mean, he's so valuable. People really like to come after Rob Holding, saying he's not good enough. And all I can think of is the Arsene Wenger quote about Rob Holding is, sorry he didn't cost $50 million, so he can't be good. He's brilliant for us. He wears the captain's armband. He loves playing for this football club. He's immense, and he was absolutely fantastic today. I don't have enough praise for Rob Holding, and I would give him man of the match if it was up to me for his performance today against Wolves. So, guys, I am, almost